Good morning, class 6. I am Anil Bhagat, your science teacher from Modern International School, Hiswa. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 10, that is motion and measurement of distances, the remaining part of the types of motion. Before that, in the previous lectures we had already covered the different topics of chapter 10, that is history of transport, measurement of distances, motion, rest, types of motion, that is rectilinear motion, curvilinear motion, they together we call linear motion. Then we discussed about circular motion, under that revolution and rotational motion. Now today we will discuss about the next types of motion, that is periodic motion. The motion of an object which repeats itself after the same interval of time. Again I am repeating, the motion of an object repeats itself after the same period of time. Or you can say, when an object repeats its motion after the same period of time or same interval of time. This type of motion is called periodic motion. We observe several types of motions, and there are several examples of periodic motion in our daily life. The most common example is movement of a pendulum or motion of a pendulum in watch clock. So if you observe that motion, you found that the pendulum of the clock move to and fro from a fixed center, and this movement is with a fixed interval of time, and this type of motion is called periodic motion. There are some other terms are also there for this motion, like oscillatory motion, that is to and fro motion is called oscillatory motion, and also vibratory motion. You observe that when you pluck the or hit the strings of a guitar, it will start vibrating and sounds produce. So this type of motion are called vibratory motion, and they are also you can say they can also come under periodic motion. But remember, periodic motion means when a body moves and repeats its motion with a fixed interval of time. This fixed interval of time should be there. Now let's discuss some motion or motion of objects. In some case, what they do, when they move, they perform two types of motion together. Like when you throw a ball on a straight road or straight path, the ball moves in a straight line and also moves along its axis, means rotation motion and rectilinear motion together. Last day we discussed about circular motion. Under that we discussed about the motion of earth, that earth moves on its axis and also moves around the sun, and that type of motion, two types of motion at the same time. I hope you all understand this topic well. Any problem, ask me. Have a nice day. Thank you, class.